I bought the house because I wanted quiet. Not country quiet. Not cute small town peaceful. I mean quiet. The kind where your brain finally stops replaying things you wish you could undo. A year earlier, my younger sister had gotten into an accident. She survived, but things changed. She didn't talk to me the same way after. I don't blame her. I was the one who didn't pick up the phone that night. So when I found this old place, cheap, isolated, nothing fancy, I took it. 2-story house, small basement, narrow hallway, wood floors that complained when you walked on them. The realtor said it was full of character. I didn't care about character. I cared about distance. And for a while, it worked. Until the storm. The forecast said heavy snow. In my town, that usually means annoying, but manageable. By late afternoon, the sky turned that weird flat gray, like the whole world had been erased and redrawn with one pencil. Snow started gentle, almost pretty. Then it got aggressive. The wind didn't blow. It punched. Around 6 p.m. my phone flashed. Emergency alert, blizzard warning. Stay indoors. By 8 p.m. the power went out. No lights. No heat. No Wi-Fi. My cell signal dropped to 1 bar and then vanished like it had been pulled underwater. I lit candles and dragged blankets into the living room. I told myself it would be fine. People get through outages all the time. I even laughed out loud to prove to myself I wasn't scared. Then the house made a sound. Not a settling creak. Not a pipe groan. Something heavier. Like a chair being pulled across the floor. Slowly. Somewhere that wasn't the living room. I muted my audiobook and held my breath. Silence. That's the worst thing about real fear. Your brain tries to fill silence with imagination. I stood up, candle in one hand, my phone flashlight in the other, like that would help. I walked into the hallway. The air felt colder there. Not its winter cold. More like the hallway was holding its breath. Then I heard it. 3 knocks. Not on the front door. Not on a window. On the wall. Slow. Even. Almost polite. Knock. 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 I stared at the drywall like it had insulted me. And I did what everyone does first. I tried to explain it away. Old house. Cold weather. Pipes. But the knocks came again. Same rhythm. Like someone was repeating themselves. Because I didn't answer. I checked every lock. Front door locked. Back door locked. Windows shut and latched. No footprints outside, because the snow was already coming down too thick. It wiped everything clean almost instantly. I told myself, okay, animals in the walls. Except animals don't knock 3 times. Animals don't pause like they're listening. I went back to the living room, sat on the couch, and tried to calm my breathing. That's when my phone buzzed, barely. One text came through like it had fought its way across the storm. From my sister. You okay? Saw the storm warning. That hit me right in the chest. Because she didn't text me often. I typed back. Yeah, just power out. I'm fine. There, because I wanted to sound normal, I added, you. It didn't send. No signal. I stared at the unsent message and felt that old guilt rise up, hot and familiar. And that's when the knocks started again. But not in the hallway. Downstairs. Basement side. I don't know why. But the basement scared me more than the hallway. Basements always feel like a compromise between part of the house and not meant for people. Still, I grabbed a heavy flashlight and went down. The basement smelled like cold concrete and old cardboard. The furnace was silent. The water heater made a faint ticking sound like it was thinking. I swung the flashlight around, and my eyes landed on something that didn't make sense. The basement looked smaller. I know how insane that sounds. But there was a corner behind the furnace that felt wrong, like the space stopped early. And my brain, desperate to focus on anything logical, grabbed onto something I hadn't thought about in months. When I bought the house, I saved the listing files, the layout, the blueprint image. I opened it on my phone. There it was, a small room labeled storage, right where I was standing. But in front of me, just a plain wall. No door, no frame, no handle. Like the blueprint was lying, or like something had been covered up after the blueprint was made. Then I heard it again, not knocking, breathing, from behind the concrete, slow, close, patient. I put my ear against the wall. It was ice cold, and on the other side, something made a sound like it was doing the same. A soft drag, like skin or fabric sliding over concrete. Then one knock, just one, right where my ear was. Not random, not pipes, not settling. It was answering me, and the second I pulled away, the basement light, dead, because the power was out, flickered once. Like the house blinked. And in that blink I realized I wasn't just trapped in the storm. I was trapped in the house with something that knew I had found it. I stood frozen at the basement entrance, my heart pounding in my chest. The notebook in my hands trembled as I read Dana's chilling entries. She had experienced the same inexplicable phenomena I was facing now, evidence of a presence that wasn't human. Dana's warnings echoed in my mind. It can't cross a threshold unless you invite it. The weight of those words settled heavily upon me, sending shivers down my spine. I couldn't shake the feeling that the entity lurking in the hidden room was waiting for my next move. As I turned the pages, Dana's frantic scribbles painted a horrifying picture of her descent into fear and paranoia. The more I read, the more I realize that I was treading a dangerous path by delving deeper into the secrets of this house. The ringing of the phone upstairs snapped me back to reality. The sound cut through the silence like a knife. A stark reminder that I was not alone in this nightmare. I held my breath, listening to the persistent ring echoing through the empty halls. My mind raced with questions. But one thought consumed me. Should I answer the call? Every instinct screamed at me to resist, to ignore the beckoning of that phone. Dana's warnings flashed before my eyes. A stark reminder of the consequences of engaging with the unknown. But curiosity gnawed at me, tempting me to unravel the mysteries that lay ahead. The flip phone screen glowed with the word incoming. A silent invitation from the darkness of the hidden room. The air grew heavy with anticipation, a suffocating weight pressing down on me. In that moment, I faced a choice that would seal my fate. Should I confront the entity that lurked within the shadows, or heed Dana's harrowing advice and resist its insidious call? The decision hung in the balance, poised to tip the scales of my destiny in ways I couldn't begin to comprehend. With trembling hands, I stood on the brink of a threshold, a boundary between safety and peril, between ignorance and revelation. The ringing persisted, a relentless drumbeat urging me to make a choice that would alter the course of my life forever. And as the basement lay cloaked in an eerie stillness, I knew that whatever lay beyond that door wasn't merely a presence. It was a malevolent force. A hunger that yearned for something far darker than I could imagine. The flip phone screen flickered once more, casting a ghostly light upon the hidden room. And in that fleeting moment, I glimpsed a movement, a shadow shifting in the darkness, a silent whisper of impending doom. I took a deep breath, steeling myself for what lay ahead. The choice was mine to make, a pivotal moment in a narrative fraught with danger and uncertainty. And as I stood at the precipice of the unknown, I knew that the true horror of this house had only just begun to reveal itself. As I pried open the mysterious door, a rush of cold air hit me like a wave, sending a shiver down my spine. The room inside was stark and eerie, with only a single chair facing the entrance. On the chair lay an old flip phone, open as if waiting for a call that would never come. Beside it, remnants of someone's stay, empty water bottles, scraps of blankets, and a worn notebook. My heart raced as I picked up the notebook, its pages filled with ominous warnings. The first entry sent a chill down my spine. If you found this, don't open the door all the way. He listens for the hinges. My hands trembled as I turned the page, revealing more cryptic messages that hinted at a malevolent presence lurking in the shadows. The scrawled words spoke of unseen forces, of a being that watched and waited for a moment of weakness. As I read on, the flip phone on the chair vibrated, its screen lighting up with a single word: incoming. The phone seemed to pulse with a life of its own, a silent harbinger of unseen dangers. I hesitated, unsure of what to do next, when a soft, indistinct sound echoed from the darkness beyond my flashlight's beam. A slow, deliberate movement caught my eye in the corner of the room. A figure, tall and silent, stood like a specter, unyielding and unmoving. Panic surged through me as I slammed the metal door shut, the sound reverberating through the house like a warning bell. Racing upstairs, I felt a sense of unease settle over me, a lingering dread that refused to dissipate. From the vents in the basement ceiling, a polite rhythm began anew. Knock, knock, knock. The insistent taps seemed to follow me, a reminder that I was not alone in this house. Each knock carried a message, a silent communication from a presence that sought acknowledgement. As I huddled in my room, barricaded against the unknown, a sense of isolation enveloped me. The storm outside raged on, its howling winds a constant reminder of my vulnerability. With each passing moment, the basement's mechanical sounds grew louder, a mechanical symphony that underscored my fear. With trembling hands, I opened the notebook once more, its pages a testament to the previous occupants' harrowing experiences. Dana's words painted a picture of a relentless entity, a being that defied understanding and sought to consume. Her warnings echoed in my mind, a cautionary tale of a place that hungered for more than just flesh and bone. As I reached the final entry, a sense of foreboding settled over me. The phone upstairs continued to ring, its insistent tone a siren call that I dared not answer. The flip phone in the basement remained silent, a silent witness to the unseen forces that lurked within. In that moment of quiet, a realization dawned on me. The entity below was not seeking entry, but rather an invitation. It hungered for something more than mere presence. It craved acknowledgement, acceptance, a willing participant in its twisted game. And as the silence stretched on, I knew that my fate was inexorably tied to the malevolent force that dwelled within the hidden room. I stood frozen in the basement, the chilling entries from Dana's notebook in my trembling hands. Her words echoed warnings in my mind as I realized the sinister intentions of the entity lurking in the shadows. The realization of its presence sent a wave of fear through me, escalating as the entity attempted to lure me further into its trap. Dana's haunting entries revealed a dark past, a story of isolation and terror that mirrored my own. Her experiences with the entity shed light on the twisted nature of its hunger, its ability to mimic and manipulate, to learn and adapt to its prey. Each word on the page painted a vivid picture of a being that thrived on fear and thrived on control. As I delved deeper into Dana's writings, a sense of foreboding washed over me. Her warnings, her pleas for caution, her desperate attempts to escape all pointed to a truth I was reluctant to face. The entity in the hidden room wasn't just a ghost or a spirit. It was something far more insidious, something that hungered for more than just flesh and blood. Every word in Dana's notebook felt like a countdown, a ticking clock racing toward an inevitable confrontation. Her final entry, a chilling reminder of the rules to survive in the presence of the entity, sent a shiver down my spine. The entity wasn't just a malevolent force. It was a malevolent force that had learned how to hunger, how to crave something beyond our understanding. As I read Dana's story, a phone rang upstairs, breaking the heavy silence of the basement. The flip phone on the chair lit up with a single word: incoming. The sound of the ringing phone echoed through the house, a stark reminder that the entity was always watching, always waiting for a moment of weakness to strike. I clenched the notebook tightly, my heart racing, my mind reeling with the implications of Dana's words. The basement felt colder, darker, as if the very air was charged with an unseen presence. And in that moment, I realized with a sinking feeling that the entity wasn't trying to break in, it was trying to break me. The silence that followed was deafening, suffocating, a weight pressing down on me from all sides. The entity's presence loomed in the shadows, a shape shifting subtly, a silent threat waiting for my response. And as I stood there, paralyzed by fear and uncertainty, I knew that the true horror of the entity lay not in its physical form, but in its ability to manipulate, to deceive, to prey on the vulnerabilities of the human soul. I turned away from the basement door, my heart pounding in my chest. The eerie silence that followed the unsettling revelations from Dana's notebook lingered in the air like a heavy fog. The weight of the unknown pressed down on me, urging me to make sense of the inexplicable events unfolding in the hidden room. As I stood there, grappling with the chilling truths laid bare before me, a sudden realization struck me like a lightning bolt. The malevolent presence lurking within the confines of the hidden room wasn't merely a figment of my imagination. It was a malevolent force, a sentient entity with a sinister agenda that defied all logic and reason. With trembling hands, I reached for the phone lying on the chair, its screen illuminating the dimly lit room with an otherworldly glow. The word incoming flashed ominously on the display, a stark reminder of the unseen forces at play, manipulating the very fabric of reality around me. I hesitated, my mind racing with a torrent of questions and doubts. Should I answer the call? What awaited me on the other end of the line? Was this a trap, a ploy to lure me deeper into the clutches of the malevolent presence that had made its home within the hidden room? As the phone continued to vibrate insistently, a sense of foreboding washed over me, like a dark wave crashing against the fragile shores of my sanity. Every instinct screamed at me to resist the temptation, to reject the siren call of the unknown that beckoned from the shadows. But deep down, I knew that the confrontation was inevitable. The final showdown with the unseen entity loomed on the horizon, a battle of wills and wits that would test the very limits of my courage and resolve. With a deep breath, I steeled myself for what lay ahead, for the harrowing confrontation that awaited me in the depths of the hidden room. The stakes had never been higher, the tension never more palpable. And as I braced myself to face the malevolent presence that had haunted my every step, a chilling realization dawned on me. In the game of survival, there are no winners, only those who dare to confront the unseen and emerge unscathed from the shadows of their own fears.